Your reputation precedes you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at belated movie sequels that best pay homage to their predecessors while also exploring new perspectives and stories.
It always goes back to the original.
Number 10, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. When George Lucas's far, far away galaxy finally returned to the big screen with Star Wars The Force Awakens, it did so with a major bang. In fact, it still stands as the highest grossing film in North America.
The Force, the Jedi. All of it. It's all true.
And while many criticized it for essentially replicating the original film's plot, it wasn't a complete retread. The movie added interesting new characters and intriguing elements to the story, such as Finn's journey as a stormtrooper. And with stellar visual effects on display, a batch of returning fan-favorite characters,
Chewie, we're home.
and all the nostalgia you can shake a stick at, the 32 years later sequel to Return of the Jedi proved that the Force was still strong with the franchise.
People are counting on us. The galaxy is counting on us. Solo, we'll figure it out. We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
Number 9, The Color of Money.
Money won is twice as sweet as money earned.
In one of the first legacy sequels ever made, Fast Eddie Felsen returned to the pool table in this Martin Scorsese-directed follow-up to the 1961 classic The Hustler. With Paul Newman reprising his role, the character is tasked with taking on a protege. Enter Tom Cruise. With Cruise as the fiery young player opposite Newman as the hardened veteran, the pair showcased an astounding on-screen dynamic.
You gotta have two things to win. You gotta have brains and you gotta have balls. And you got too much of one and not enough of the other.
Newman's performance even won him an Oscar for Best Actor. And with a gritty and poignant tale about mentorship and the consequences of chasing fame, the film became an instant classic. It also demonstrated that the idea of a years later sequel could definitely work.
Well, the balls roll funny for everybody. I told you that. I mean, you shot a great game.
Number 8, Dr. Sleep. Decades after Stanley Kubrick's The Shining psychologically scarred moviegoers, Ewan McGregor stepped into Danny Torrance's shoes, showing the character as an adult. The chilling follow-up expertly meshes Kubrick's cinematic vision with Stephen King's literary continuation. And while the plot and setting reference the original, they are not reliant upon them. In other words, it's a daring sequel that respects its roots, but completely carves out its own eerie path.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Heck, even Kane greatly praised the film, telling Entertainment Weekly upon its release that everything that I disliked about the Kubrick version of The Shining is redeemed for me in Dr. Sleep.
You coming, sweetheart?
In a minute.
Number 7, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Who you gonna call when you want to revive an iconic film series? How about the offspring of the original film's director? Helmed by Jason Reitman, son of the late Ivan Reitman, Ghostbusters Afterlife managed to do what Paul Feig's failed Ghostbusters reboot couldn't: capture both nostalgia and fresh energy.
This was my father's place.
Hi.
Hi.
While including a plethora of fun callbacks, Afterlife pays a loving tribute to the original Ghostbusters films. It also introduced a likable new crop of paranormal investigators full of youthful wonder. And we're not just talking about the ageless Paul Rudd. Add in some crowd-pleasing cameos, and this legacy sequel effortlessly passed the proton packs to a new generation. Number 6, Scream.
You like to play a game, Tara.
With already a slew of sequels under its belt, no one expected the meta slasher Scream series to return sharper than ever with 2022's years later follow-up. Not only did the film pay homage to the OG creator Wes Craven's legacy, but it slashed through reboot culture with cutting precision.
It's gotta be part of an ongoing storyline, even if the story shouldn't have been ongoing in the first place. New main characters, yes, but supported by and related to legacy characters.
The self-aware yet still horrifying slasher finds the Ghostface killer returning to terrorize a new group of teenagers, not to mention a number of beloved original characters. By continuing to subvert expectations, 2022 Scream surprised critics and audiences alike by serving up yet another highly entertaining outing that revitalized the horror franchise once again.
It really was the best choice for the movie.
Number 5, Spider-Man No Way Home. Before you run to the comments, yes, Spider-Man No Way Home totally counts as a legacy sequel.
Peter! Yeah? Oh, sorry. Did you mean that?
While it is a standard sequel of Tom Holland's Spidey flicks, it also serves as a legacy follow-up to earlier Spider-Man movies starring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Okay. Who the hell are you?
I'm Peter Parker.
That's not possible.
I am Spider-Man.
And frankly, that's what makes it so great. The multiverse mayhem was able to unite these multiple generations into one action-packed spectacle, giving Maguire and Garfield Spider-Man some closure after their respective film franchises were given unceremonious ends.
I love you guys.
Thank you. All right, let's do this.
It also helped that everyone appeared to be having unapologetic fun. To say that fun was contagious would be an understatement.
You are amazing.
Thank you, yeah,
Will
thanks.
you say it?
No, I kind of needed to hear that. Thank you.
Number 4, Creed. In Creed, Sylvester Stallone figuratively passed Rocky Balboa's gloves over to Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed.
It's all about you. Now, you wanted this?
Let's go, Coach.
I want you to make it happen. I want you to make it happen. You do it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
As the illegitimate son of Rocky's rival turned friend Apollo Creed, Adonis follows in his father's footsteps to become a boxing champion.
Kill it, all right? Yeah, kill it, all right, little dude? Where was you at when I was in group homes, huh?
Ryan Coogler directed the powerfully emotional story with great finesse. And not only did it put Michael B. Jordan on a straight trajectory to the A-list, it reinvigorated Sylvester Stallone's career. In fact, the actor earned himself an Academy Award nomination for his work in the movie.
Without it,
I'm okay with it, really.
With audiences and critics in his corner, Creed became an unstoppable knockout hit, one that kicked off a series of other hard-hitting follow-ups.
Conlon is down. That is the first time in his career he's been on the canvas.
Number 3, Blade Runner 2049.
How's it feel? Killing your own kind.
I don't retire my own kind because we don't run.
Denis Villeneuve took on Ridley Scott's sci-fi masterpiece Blade Runner with great reverence and perhaps greater ambition. Firstly, the film is visually breathtaking, with Villeneuve taking full advantage of modern CGI advancements for all the futuristic sci-fi backdrop. And while Blade Runner 2049 mostly hands things off to new characters, namely Ryan Gosling as K, it manages to incorporate Blade Runner's original players in highly intriguing ways. In addition to the character drama, the story also expands on the original's discourse over artificial intelligence.
Yes.
No.
I know what's real.
With complex themes and engaging narrative intact, Blade Runner 2049 is a worthy continuation, regardless of its disappointing box office performance.
Make it one for my baby. One more for the road.
Number 2, Mad Max Fury Road. When George Miller's Mad Max roared back onto the movie screen some 30 years after Beyond Thunderdome, the result was one hell of a wild ride.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
In fact, the post-apocalyptic sequel completely defied expectations and is heralded as a cinematic masterpiece. This is mostly thanks to the non-stop visceral action, stunning visuals, and jaw-dropping stunts. And while Tom Hardy stepped into the titular role of Max with ease, it was Charlize Theron's Imperator Furiosa that proved an absolute scene stiller.
remember me.
With that, Mad Max Fury Road stands as one of the rare sequels that truly succeeds its predecessor. Talk about filmmaking madness.
I am awaited. I am awaited in Valhalla!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Bill and Ted Face the Music. Just as wonderfully wacky, absurd, and downright entertaining as the originals.
Why are you guys in prison? Maybe because you guys left us to take the fall 5 years ago.
That's funny, because for us, it's only like 5 minutes ago. So, we'll be leaving now.
Halloween. Focusing on Laurie's trauma, it scares up a freshly compelling continuation.
Goodbye, Michael.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. A side-splitting action-adventure that trades the board game for a video game.
Hell, what happened to the rest of me? What's this? What is this on my back?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Top Gun Maverick. What can we say? Tom Cruise's return to the danger zone completely took our breath away. Cruise's intensity as Pete Maverick Mitchell burned just as brightly as it had before. Of course, the movie star wasn't alone.
You see me now? Come on, let's get it over with.
Fights on!
Paired with a crop of young new recruits portrayed by the likes of Miles Teller and Glenn Powell, each one not only held their own, but broke through with standout performances. As for other returning characters, we're still not over Val Kilmer's emotional cameo.
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
And with blazing action and heartfelt homages to Tony Scott's 80s original, it's easy to see why Top Gun Maverick was the highest grossing film the year of its release.
Bullseye, bullseye, bullseye!
Miracle number 2.
When you soar that high above expectations, you defy gravity and age alike.
Thank you for saving my life.
That's what my dad would have done.
Is there a film that you'd like to see receive a legacy sequel all these years later? Share your nostalgic pics in the comments down below.
If you do not comply, the sentence is death.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.